Today's video is a regular combo platter of an unexpected Sunday of some really good finds and some really great sales. And it all starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Galaxy CDs Rocks and Flips YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan and I am a full-time reseller working out of my home here in the greater Cincinnati area. We're down in the Bat Cave once again, and as I mentioned in the intro, today's going to be a bit of a combo platter. I haven't done a sales recap video this week, so at the second half of this we're going to talk about some of the stuff that has sold here recently from the Galaxy. But we're going to start out with an unexpected day of finds. When I looked on Friday, there was only one sale scheduled for today. When I looked last night, there were nearly 10. So as you can tell from the sunburn on my noggin and on my nose, I have been out all day sourcing. While I didn't get anything that I think is going to be a home run, I think I got a lot of solid singles here. I was able to pick up some things in quantity that I think will be pretty good sales. And I just want to share a few things with you that I was able to pick up today. I've done well in the past with things like this, so I found about 20 packs of kids' socks, new with tags, Minecraft and Toy Story. I got less than $1 each in these. Comps look to be in that $10 to $15 range. They're super lightweight. They'll ship first class for probably less than $4 anywhere in the country. So by the time everything is said and done, even if they're only selling for $10, you'll probably triple your initial investment on these. So this will be a good buy, and they'll be nice steady sellers with, 2 listings, 10 of each. Quick and easy to list, quick and easy to pack and ship. So this is a nice find. For the alcoholics in the group, I'm going to be listing a bunch of shot glasses. I was at a sale, they had dozens of different ones, but most of them were all the same. I picked out about 20 of the individual ones. Some of them are from Europe, kind of touristy things. The others are all different colleges and universities across the United States. When I looked up a handful of them, comps on them seemed to be in that anywhere from $10 to $25 range. I'm in these for about 83 cents a piece. Fairly small, going to be lightweight. Again, these should ship first class, even well packed. They should be less than a pound. So these will be, again, solid singles, no home runs here, but at 20 pieces, this will be a nice set of listings. Now, it is certainly not Christmas time, so this is a box of stuff that'll probably go into storage until fourth quarter, but this is the kind of stuff you can find. It was at a sale. She had a box of 30 keepsake Hallmark Christmas ornaments. Her kids, for years, that was part of their Christmas each year. They got to pick one out. Now they're in their teens and it's not so cool anymore, so they're getting rid of them. She was asking $5 a piece for these. This is where it pays to be able to buy in quantity. I said, what would you take for the whole box? She said, how about $60? I said, how about $45? And she said, sold. So what should have been $5 a piece turned into $1.50 a piece. Comps will range anywhere from probably, again, $10 to about $25 on these when they sell in season. So this is an investment I will probably have to sit on for 4 or 5 months before I can list them efficiently. But I think they'll be good sellers as we get into fourth quarter. Picked up some youth sport jerseys. Coolest one being a Kobe Bryant jersey. I'm into these for about $6.50 a piece. I've got that. I picked up a Russell Wilson football jersey. I have a Kevin Durant Oklahoma City jersey. Comps on these run anywhere from $18 to about $60 for the Kobe Bryants. If I get lucky and get a couple guys going crazy on an auction on that Kobe, that could be a potential home run. Some of that nostalgia has died down a little bit, but there's still quite a bit of demand from what I could see. So at $6.50 a piece, I think those will probably be good purchases as well. That's easy for me to say. You know me and my antique books, if you've been watching at all. I was at a sale. She had just a handful. I got them for my usual about 50 cents a piece. These all looked to be in the $15 to $20 range, so no slam dunks, pun totally intended. But those will be decent flips, and again, books are fairly easy to list and get rid of. At that sale, she also had a estate sale that I was at about a week ago, that if you saw that video, there was a ton of books that I looked at, but the owner had marked a lot of them up. So they had a lot of writing and a lot of underlining in them, so I passed on them. She recognized me from that sale and said, "Would you like to get those books?" She said, "If you can just haul what's left of them away, you can have them." So I'll be going back to Dayton tomorrow to pick up what I expect to be somewhere between 300 and 400 books, totally freaking free. That will be a win. At that price, obviously, even if they're only selling for $8 or $9, you're way in the money shipping media rate. So that's going to be a good score. I love going to her sales. She always takes a good care of me. She remembered me, and she's got to get rid of those books. So that's going to be a massive, massive haul. If you watched my most recent video, I mentioned that I was at a sale on Friday where a lady had a pretty good assortment of books, and I made her an opportunity to make me an offer when her sale was over. She has emailed me today, so I'll probably be on my way over there yet tonight to pick up another couple of hundred books at a pretty cheap rate. Speaking of books, last thing I'll show you for today, picked up a set of, I think 6 total. I think it's 6 of the first 7 of the Walking Dead hardback graphic novels. Comps on these are only about $10 a piece. I've got less than $1 each in them. Again, ship and media rate, they'll ship fairly cheaply because there's no ads in graphic novels, so you can ship these media rate unlike regular comic books. So these will be, again, $3 or $4 a profit when it's all said and done. Easy to ship. They've got barcodes on them. You'll just scan them, list them, sell them, ship them, put the money in the bank. With that, we're going to take a brief intermission, and then I'll be back with some of the things we've sold here at the Galaxy in the last week. Welcome to this brief intermission and shameless self-promotion. This episode is brought to you by Galaxy CDs, because this channel has exactly no sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor an episode of this nonsense, go ahead and get at me, because my ad rates are what are known in the industry as dirt bleepin' cheap. That said, we make these videos for your undying love and attention. And you can show me that love and attention by clicking that thumbs up button like you're playing whack-a-mole for money. But wait, there's more. You can also click that subscribe button, and as an added bonus, that bell notification icon, and you'll be notified every time I put up a new video for life. Yours or mine, whichever comes first. Now, Ryan, how much is all this going to cost me, you ask? Because YouTube and I love you all so very much, this amazing technological wizardry is yours absolutely free. But you must act now. Click 1, 2, or all 3 of those buttons right now. Please and thank you. And now back to the show. And welcome back. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that have sold here in the last week at the Galaxy. Not going to highlight everything. I sell on average anywhere from 10 to 15 probably items a day, but I just want to talk about a few things that I found particularly interesting. First up, I've got this military United States Air Force and Army recipe book from 1950. I picked this up at an estate sale. I've probably got about a quarter in it, and it sold for $23.99, free shipping. Old military manuals, any old government stuff, seems to do reasonably well. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I sold a press release from the Vietnam War era. I have sold civil defense handbooks. Anything like that that you can find, especially if you can pick it up at those kind of prices, is probably worth looking at. Next up, I've got a handful of 1885 original Funk and Wagnall's Treasury of David. This was written by Charles Spurgeon, who's a legendary orator and minister in England. This set was originally 7 volumes. I picked it up in an estate sale. I've got about 32 cents each in them. Unfortunately, when I bought them, only 6 of the 7 were there. Had all 7 been there, this set in this condition sold as a set probably would have brought between $400 and $500. They're very, very rare, and most of the ones that are out there are really in bad shape. These were pretty good, but because I only had 6 of them, I listed them individually. I'd put them up for $27.99 plus shipping. I sold 1 volume at that set some time back, and last week I had a gentleman from Europe make me an offer of $20.99 plus shipping for the remaining 5 volumes. Bye-bye books. At that price for what I've got in them, that was a home run. That was an over $100 sale that I've got $2 in total. He paid shipping. They went to the Global Shipping Center. I talked about that in a previous video. If you're not using the Global Shipping program, it's definitely worth looking into. I shipped these down to Kentucky, and they're on their way to this gentleman in Europe, and I've got $100 in the bank. Next up, I've got something that was in my last video, the digital to analog converter. I mentioned that I always pick these up when I find them, and they always go really fast. I listed this one, and within 2 hours, I got a best offer of $25. I probably could have held out and got a little more money, but to flip something that I paid $10 for $25 plus shipping in essentially 2 hours time, I just went ahead and took the offer and sent the item on its way. So that's a nice flip. Be on the lookout for those. Usually you can get them less than $10. If you can get those for $5 or $6, especially again if they're new in a box, they're going to be worth $25 to $30 minimum. So those are ones to watch for. The last thing I'll show you here is a big lot of science fiction books. I bought last fall at an estate sale, man, about 700 science fiction paperbacks. I've got about 67 cents a piece in these. I've way more than made my money back on them, but they're starting to become aged inventory now. I use eBay's promotional calendar to run older aged items on sale. Generally at some point in the month, I'll go through and I'll select inventory, say over $10, that is 120 days old or older, and I'll run some sort of sale on those. This month I was running 50% off on those, so this $39.99 listing sold for $19.99. I've got less than $7 in it, so I still made a little bit of money, and I turned some old inventory. So I didn't get a home run, but I freed up some cash that I can use for other purchases. Don't be afraid to go into old inventory and run some promotions. There's no point having stuff on your shelf for a year or 2 years if you can discount it and flip it. I made my money on those books way, way early in that deal. So anything that I get now is just gravy. And to take a discount even at 50% and still make some money and burn out through some old inventory is definitely worth taking the discount. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. I'd appreciate if you left me in comments how your weekend went. Did you find anything cool? Did you sell anything cool? Did you get any home runs? Let me know down in the comments. And like I said in the very entertaining intermission, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. And until next time, it's time to sell. Thanks, guys.